Hello. It is afternoon run time, and we have entered the hot season. I am sweaty. It's very hot. So it's been a while. I've been doing what I do. Been training, fighting. My friend Robin came out to visit, and she had a fight. It was awesome. She's awesome. It was really cool having someone at the gym training with me all the time. Another woman, someone who will spar with me and play with me, and who I can laugh and giggle with about everything that's going on in the gym. Afterwards, it was a lot of fun. And her fight was amazing. She was great. Excuse me. And that was the first time I've ever cornered for anyone also. So that was really exciting. I've seen it, like I've had POV of like knowing what people are doing to me when I'm in the corner, and so I knew to just kind of replicate that as best I could, which is, you know, like rubbing ice on people's legs, giving them water, pouring ice on their head, all this stuff. But I was way more nervous about doing that than I have been about fights in a while. But I was also very good at that, so it was good. And then about a week ago, I had a fight up in Payao, which is like a, I don't know, 3.5, 4 hour drive up north. And that was cool. It was a festival fight. I really like festival fights. And I was scheduled to fight one girl, but then ended up not fighting her. It ended up being the same girl who I had fought the week before, and had KO'd in round 3. And then this time, I got a cut in the first round. She was throwing elbows right away. And the ref, you know, pulled me over to the side so that it could be looked at. It was bleeding a lot, I will give it that. Anything on your scalp bleeds a lot. It was just all down the front of me. And the woman who was acting as the doctor made a call and basically said, no, this fight can't continue. And so they stopped the fight. It's really funny when you watch the video because Den does not believe what's going on. It takes him forever to actually come over to me, even though the fight's been over for a minute. But he finally comes over and takes a look at it, and he's like, what the hell, why did they stop it? Because it wasn't around my eye, and it wasn't low so that I was breathing blood or anything. It was up here. I just took the stitches out yesterday. It only took 2 stitches, which is a ridiculously lame cut. And the kind of funny thing about it is that because this lady was not a real doctor, when I came out of the ring, when the fight was called, I thought she was going to stitch it up because that's what you do. And instead she just put like a piece of gauze on it and then wrapped gauze around my head like Three Stooges style. And I'm laughing like a crazy person, and the entire audience on that side of the ring is looking at me like, why is this chick so crazy? But I was laughing because I thought I looked ridiculous. It's like when they tie the like bandage around their head to indicate a toothache or something. It was funny. But so I ended up, because there was no doctor on site, I ended up having to be driven to the local hospital in Payao, which was an adventure to itself. That's kind of interesting. I've not been a patient in a hospital in Thailand before. And I was completely covered in blood when I arrived, and the lady who was kind of taking care of us, explaining to them that I was a fighter at the festival and that I needed some stitches and all this stuff was actually pretty funny, because I don't think they get that a lot. But so I just got 2 stitches, which kind of made me angry because that's really small. And I really hate having stitches because you have to like kind of tone everything down and be careful and not, you know, let them be wet all the time so that it'll heal up better. And that's like a tropical climate thing. So if you at home have stitches, go by what you know. But so they were driving me nuts, and I ended up taking them out yesterday because it had been a week. That's what they said I had to wait for. And they were hurting. I couldn't like put my hat on. But it looked really clean. Like it didn't look like it was really holding the wound together anymore. So I just snipped them out last night, pulled them out, and I feel so much better. I can like totally smack my head, which means I can spar now, and the wound's closed up. It's not a problem. I'm not being a crazy person. And so that's good. I'm really excited to have them out. And my next fight is on Thursday. Today's Wednesday, so it's in a week and a day. And that one will again be a festival fight. I'm not sure where it is, but I'm fighting a girl I've never fought before, but I've seen fight before. So that's kind of exciting that now that we're starting the second year in Thailand, I'm going to start fighting the girls who I was looking at last year as like, those are the really good girls at my size. And it's actually nice to be fighting someone closer to my size because I've been fighting bigger and bigger lately, which is not a problem. I don't mind fighting people who are bigger than me, but it presents different obstacles. And so the obstacles this girl is going to present to me is she's going to be really skilled. She's very much a counter striker. She just kind of gets in there and she kicks on both sides and all the stuff. So she probably will fight me differently from the way she fights other Thai girls, because that tends to be what I've noticed when I see my opponents who I've fought fight other Thai girls, is they don't fight anything like the way they fought me. But whatever. I probably fight slightly differently between people. Like, it's possible I look like a very different fighter, you know, between whatever. But, so, that's another exciting point, is that it's been a year. Today is April 3rd. On April 6th, it will have been 1 year that we've been in Thailand, which is awesome. And we're renewing our visa for a second year. I just hit my 40 fight mark with this last fight. And if I keep up my pace, which I think that I can, I should have like 70 fights by next year, which is unbelievable. I thought I was gonna have 10. Like when I first started thinking about fighting, and I think maybe I had my first fight. It's like, yeah, how many fights do you think that you can have or would want to have or whatever, like ideally? And I was like, I think like 10. I think 10. Now I'm like, damn, go for 100. Like, this is crazy. But I love it, and it's a lot of fun. And last little bit is it's the summer break for kids out here in Thailand. They kind of got off school early March, and they'll go back in May. And so we've got tiny little grommets who are Den's nephews, and JR is visiting from China, so his son, who's 7 years old, is in that little mix. And I gotta say, every gym should have little kids in it. I don't like kids. Like, I'm really not like a kid person. I don't swoon over babies. I kind of find kids a little bit obnoxious for the most part, unless I know them already. These kids are awesome. Probably because they're hitting each other all the time, but in like a cute way instead of like an obnoxious way. I don't know. I love them. And I think maybe the nephews are going to have a fight before they go back to school in May, which will be amazing because the way little kids fight is like 90% heart, and weirdly technical given that they have like no coordination. So I'm really looking forward to that. So hopefully I'll be able to share some photos or video or something of that. But yeah, doing good. Gotta get back to my run. It's sweltering out here. Thanks for letting me babble. And I'll try to make another video without letting so much time elapse so I don't have to go blabbing around for so long the next time I do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.